most of the questions are not to be related to the fire. At the reach, they asked me about my comment on my Facebook page of the Alamo. Things like that.
You say you don't trust the process, but you avail yourself today?
Well, I have to avail myself. Once the police asked you and listed me as a person of interest, I think it's my duty as a citizen to work and avail myself.
As a Liberian citizen, do you regret that the Capitol building, which you serve as a speaker for, got the fire?
Of course, yes.
Speaker.
Of course.
As a speaker,
He did say. Of course. I think it's unfortunate what happened at the Capitol building. I think the investigation has been haphazard. There were charges that were made, and then some firefighters were brought in from the states, not from mutual assistance, but friends of the police, and they came, and then they made what I call an ultra-virus finding by introducing a new term called incendiary.
Honorable Speaker, let me know what next did the police say to you following the investigation? Did they tell you a particular term they're going to get to you? What next?
No. The investigation continues.
Okay. As a matter of fact, what do you make of the latest police fire investigation from the investigators? What do you make of the report last evening as reviewed by the Supreme?
Well, I haven't seen the full details of the report, but the mere fact that some people say cause of the fire is incendiary. I think the firefighters that came to do investigation were maybe at odds with the arson fire. I'm not sure what the process is leading to that. I haven't seen their full report. You can have to comment further if I see what the full report is.
About this wonderful speaker, with the sound on your face across, there have been misinterpretation, even on the social media. Some linking it to you being a part of a society or whatever. Do you care to explain the meaning of the cross on your forehead, sir?
For Catholics, today is Ash Wednesday, and so before I came here, I went to Ash Wednesday Mass.
That's where all of the questions were not in line with the arson investigation. Can you elaborate a bit on that?
I don't know. I found the questions to be irrelevant, but I guess they know where they're going with it.
If you were asked to believe one of the two claims that have been made with respect to this situation, arson attack and electrical shock, which one do you think you will go with?
No, I haven't had sufficient. I haven't done it. I'm not going to be like those who automatically announce what had happened, right? I don't know. I didn't do the investigation. The police and the fire, they said they conducted an investigation. I have my own questions, but if they say there's arson or some group say incendiary, I would take that on face value.
What are some of the questions you have as an individual? What are some of the questions you have as an individual?
First thing for I don't think doing there will be like doing pre-campaigning. So I don't want to look like doing pre-campaigning. So the thing is, I'm running. Okay, I will replace Prince Johnson. Thank you. But this should not be local campaigning because they put it. Nobody to put it for me. They put it out win that thing. Yeah. So I don't want to look at predicting to the president. May not start campaigning. I'm not campaigning.
What do you make of Prince Johnson's death? Let's just take you to that side.
What? What make of Prince Johnson's death? Yeah, but everybody would die. Again, everybody would die. Everybody would still would die. We already said, let me show you left like death. I think that's the show besides death. So
you have been out of the country for some time. Have you been in touch with the people of Nlive? Because you are saying proudly that you win.
But I've been in the country over.
I'm running to my councillor office because we got some issue. I came to pick up some document. Anytime I come, big car park, I'm in the place occupied. The place that reserved for no junta or rebel.
You just took a checkpoint from there. I think that you think there's a violation to the standing order?
Let them expel me. Why they can't expel me?
It is expel you.
I wanted to.
Are you tired of being represented?
I'm not tired of being represented. We need to respect our laws of this country. The law is very clear. The law says Rachel 2 for 25 kun is a junta and devil. The man teaching 2 courses to LU. So he always fear they put in all the courses so he can get $25 US for each of the, for all 2 of the courses.
You saw
reserve for Honorable Yaga. I will pour Honorable Yaga go back for pin.
You saw
Let me tell you something.
you going for pin where? Are you going for pin to do what?
Let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something today. You know the reason why I can't come to Fonati then session is because they're too scared. Every time I want to do something, they bring all kind of idea in my head. That's why you see me, I don't come to them, I follow them. I don't let too much idea in my head. I don't let too much idea in my head. So when I leave from here now, you will see Chairman Belete will be calling me, oh my man, you can't do that, you can't do that. So maybe I can't be walking the car now. When I come there, I will not park here. But as long as I enter here with car, and the place now occupied, fuck Rachel.
What? So you broke the blockage that was placed there?
No blockage here, man.
The last time I get the country, I was February when I entered here. So I entered in out. So I've been in the country constantly 1 year now. The car using the Liberian car, I carry Africa and come by Liberian play on this. In our resident in Africa. So I in the country and I'm making my friend over there. And I will replace Prince Johnson because I get a telecom know-how and I'm brave. And secondly, I'm an advocate. And I know the people want a Mali man. First of all, I'm a Mali man. Liberia is, how you call it, outdated. We need to a Mali mindset to make the country to move. Because we say, well, no country is lapidated. Nothing will happen, the country is still dusted. And people take the same cycle, you're not teaching that. They need people like us. People been trying around the world, man, seeing things. And secondly, I'm very sincere.
What's your contact like with the people of Nlive? Have you been in touch with them?
I'm in touch with people of Nlive. I really visit how you call it, the college, how you call it, town hall. I generated money to pay the teacher when the government refused to pay them, and the records are there. I always go down and draft and say, share book with the children and give them a couple bucks. And I got money, I'm not working by them penalty. And put no. I already fitted the government hospital that in, how you call it, in Bombay County, and Tom and Brad. All the good, they don't talk about me. If I'm in train, I put in MVDC, right? When I hear up, my book.
You know, we raised our left to bring Joseph Walker to power. We didn't bring him to power for this. Sometimes I always go to my page and bring back those memories. When I told him, I said, you need to reconcile the country. I put on my page last night. You understand what I'm saying? Joseph Walker needs to reconcile this country. How can the country be reconciled? Look, let me tell you something today. If anybody think they got monopoly over violence, where did the court rule? If the court rule, Joseph Walker facilitate the majority black will bring Joseph Walker down.
Are you assuming that he's facilitating
the
majority black?
He is.
What are the facts? What are the facts?
Bossman. Can we wait for the court to rule? We respect the law until the court rules.
What are you tying the executive to your political fight?
Bossman, when I speak. I spoke that day for 6 years. If the Supreme Court rule and say for that Kofa, you are wrong. Look, you will not see me.
First, I say you continue to be for on the executive.
Let me learn. If the Supreme Court rule and say for Nati Kofa you lost a case, I will not be behind for Nati Kofa. I will go and join the people that the Supreme Court rule in favor of. But if the Supreme Court rule and say we, for Nati Kofa, the law is the law, and Joseph Walker facilitated those people who will walk across there and bring Joseph Walker down.
Is that
yes, it is a threat. I made a threat. It is a threat. I made a threat. Fuck NSA and fuck Joseph Walker.
You continue to attack the president. You continue to.
I will not regret my statement. Look, let me tell you something today. This country, if we don't respect the rule of this country, we will carry the country back to war.
It's out.
I'm not frustrated. We want the right thing to be done. And the right thing will be done. I don't have anger. There is how I speak. I spoke that day for 6 years. Then you say anger.
Are you disappointed with President Bwaka?
The only thing that changed, we don't have former president. We are in power. We have PB Bear, Joseph Bwaka in power.
Are you disappointed in President Bwaka? Are you disappointed in President Bwaka? You spend your own resources. You spend your own resources campaigning for President Bwaka. Are you disappointed?
I'm not disappointed.
Joseph Bwaka is highly involved in the removal of
Joseph Bwaka, PB Bear, everything is involved. Here, PB Bear, here, everything is involved.
What are some of your reliance?
This situation will be the end of Joseph Bwaka's presidency.
How? When the
Look,
when the
if
legislature
the law is not respected, we're not talking. Look, let's go by the law, man.
Okay.
If the law is not respected, Joseph Boakai will be history. Oh, you think he had to walk across the
National security threat. That's a national security threat.
Fuck
you
national
could be
security.
invited by the NSA.
Fuck you and the
You
NSA. Fuck you and the NSA.
You have to take it back.
I said fuck you and the.
You have to take it back.
Don't bring about NSA business. Okay, I take it back, but don't talk about NSA business. If the laws are not respected, we will use the same violation of the law to bring Joseph Boakai down for what?
Impeachment.
Would that be the
What is
right
called
thing?
impeachment?
Two wrongs can make work.
No, two wrongs can make right. No, it will not be impeachment.
How?
If Fonatiko had to leave by force, Joseph Boakai will leave by force.
Two wrongs cannot make a right. Yeah, you are fighting rule of law here.
I say if it could be used by gun, right? It could be used by gun.
So you use it. Do you have arm?
I could bring the gun.
Where your pastor bring the gun?
I will pass anywhere. Joseph Boakai will let
Do you have arm? Do you have arm?
Our peace force.
Do you have arm?
The peace determined on the rule of law. If the rule of law has been threatened, that means the peace has been threatened. Do you know that?
But as a leader, you're interested. I mean, someone.
My man, I owe no regret for what I say. When the Supreme Court rule, let Joseph Boakai reflect the Supreme Court rule.
You are a lawmaker.
Why you call inciting violence? Like, drop for your car, answer, you don't bring Joseph Boakai down. Oh, I stay inciting, right? I stay inciting.
What you are a lawmaker?
What happened to the chairs at the Capitol building that did not burn? Why was there fire at the building and the chairs did not get burned?
Finally, what
That
do
would
you
be one
look
of the questions I would
forward to?
have. Who was at the building at midnight, the night before the fire? Who was the lawmaker that was there and has been identified but was not listed as a person of interest? Those are some of the questions I have. He knew himself.
What do you look forward to following your appearance here, sir?
I look forward to them concluding the investigation and doing whatever they need to do as the investigators.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
They are
The criminal they are causing. The criminal they are causing. I've been doing good in the country, but the problem you don't even look at the good part. You've got poor people all are one year dining with criminals. If somebody comes to your home and steal from you, will you get on a boat or rather eat? You just get on a boat or rather eat. Who was stealing from you? They want me to get a boat or rather eat. I'm going to be massaging them. I was saying I was getting the feet back. And I want to continue to do. I want to take your work for you. Yeah.
Your final
I'm
word.
a good man.
Your final word. Your
There are
final
a lot
word.
of people watching from
Your
the queue
final
right
word.
now.
And tell us your.
My final word is, first thing first, what happened between the police and the...
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we need to touch on that.
Yeah, sure.
There should be a coordination between...
Members of the press for always following up our issues and reflecting it to the people. As you can know, it's an open debate. Everybody in Liberia believe legislators are making out of the money. A few months ago, I published my salary and I told people that the money you're talking about, I'm still looking for it. I have not found it yet. And looking at other institutions that even have directors making 15, 20,000 and other things, and we are legislators that have bulk of the burden of the people on us. We making $6,651 and we getting out of the money. Let it cut across. Legislators have the willpower, post your salary and request all of the institutions also. That is the judiciary and the executive, every one of us, post us, we are public servant. Nothing should be secret. Somebody could walk here today and ask me for my salary, I should be able to give it to them. It's nothing secret about it because it's the people taxpayer money that we have been paid with. So for me, I have no problem sharing my salary at any time. And thank God, the plenary took it very seriously. There's going to be a committee set up and we're going to look into it to make sure if we don't do it, then the people right to speculate and they right to assume that we're making out of the 15, 20,000, 30,000. But if we do it, it will be a starting point that we will set up a ceiling for every institution as per the lines and as per the lines ministry and the leaders and the various areas. Then we will know how best we can get the salary done that Liberian people also will not send it. You can't have somebody making 17,000, getting 60,000 for housing allowance every year, and then legislators that we have to buy our own stationery, do things for ourselves, pay people's school fee, fix road and everything, making 6,000 and change, and money being spoiled. I'm going to champion. The colleagues don't do anything about it. You're going to hear me speaking to you every time.
How much exactly are you making?
So my salary is $6,000. The whole salary is $6,651.
The gross.
So that's the net by all means. What I receive every time. Then out of that money, now the finance ministry just put it up and said 70% and 30%. So the 30% is $300 some more thousand dollars, and then the 70% in USD is 4,000. I want to be straight, but 4,600 and some more. I think I should check and
with the exception of the 6,000 plus you pay.
Yeah.
What are extra benefits in addition to that?
So the House of Representatives, you know about it. Even the benefits they talk about every time, we don't get it because the only thing we get is gasoline. Gasoline. I guess like around $2,000 gasoline. But if you check, LRA commissioner just told you to get $2,000. Monthly. How can I be under there? I have to go salala. So you can't walk to go salala. I got to rock out. So what I see, if I get into the house, it's a problem. Let come back to the drawing board. If we all have a city, but minister what? Get less burden. Give me someone, they're not going to be getting 5,000 or 3,000, and I'll be getting what I'm getting. At the end of the day, it becomes a problem. So let everyone get a city, and then at the end of the day, we save some money for the library.
Representative Bruce, do we take into consideration the quote-unquote 45,000 car that is purchased for lawmakers?
So the first thing is every branch of government bought back cars. Even the judiciary, they buy cars for the workers. They figure you just saw the Ministry of Justice buying cars for county and Tony. That was government funding. It didn't come from anywhere. So I work and I have to go to my constituent. And in fact, the more frustrating part that I'm talking to my colleagues about, we did a budget and the budget is low, right? And we say no government institution. The first thing before we come to the 45,000, some of us here is a new government. Let's agree that nobody back up. They're going to agree. So we say no one should pass by 45,000. Go to Sycamore, there where I purchase my car. When I receive my money, I send it there. At the end of the day, now you have directors that pay 52,000 for cars. You have CEOs that pay 76,000 for cars. So again, it comes to us because the budget is low. We should be able to make sure we bring them to book. If somebody was being charged with content and sent to jail, you think the other person will play with it?
So Honorable Briggs, you have the oversight responsibility as a member of the.
One of his live on the football, and so because we have consistently said we are on the side of the law, we chose to escort him to the police just to ensure.
Honorable Foucault, do you think the police use mere Facebook posts to invite your colleagues to?
I mean that's my only thought process because they made a Facebook page, a Facebook post about burning. And so the police invited, and that's my thought process. Until we listen to them, Fogo is on his way, and that's why we just came.
You've been in there, what's ongoing there?
No, we are waiting on Fogo. He's been brought to the police station. We just, as his colleagues, thought that it was important for us to escort.
Can you guarantee his safety to the Liberian people?
Who else have been invited by the police?
You need to ask.
With the caliber of armed men at his residence, can you guarantee his safety here?
Okay. So because of what we learned on Facebook in terms of the amount of police officers and armed men that are surrounding his house, we chose to come along with him.
Don't you think this will have a serious negative implication on a political career?
No, it wouldn't. I mean, accusation is one thing, facts will be another thing. So,
What do you expect from the process?
the process, well, the fact is, this must be investigated. We can all throw stones around to accuse.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Liberia. And this is the People's Program, The Heat on Today. You can follow us on Kool Channel 2 on YouTube. You can also follow us on Kool Facebook. You can also follow us on www.knews.com. We are around the world now, online radio, and you can also follow us on 91.9 in Liberia. We say good morning, good evening, good afternoon from around the world. Wherever you find yourself in your timeline, we say a wonderful welcome. This is the People's Program, and this is the program that brings you up to speed with major happening in Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. I am your humble servant. I am J. Nathaniel Var, and I'm your humble servant, just coming the ambassador on today. And I'm here with Sir Kandu on this spectacular People's Program and this edition on today. Today is the 13th of March, the third month of the year. 03132025 is today, and today is Thursday. Don't forget, the geometry of the whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority, and those that come with equity, they must come with clean hands. On today, be with me until 1:30, where we will bring you developments in Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world would crisscross into other parts of Africa, Liberia on today. Remember, we will open the lines where you will be a part of this spectacular edition. In 2016, the Ministry of Mines and Energy developed a roadmap to regulate artisanal and small-scale miners to encourage them to organize into cooperatives, which will improve working conditions and attract foreign investment. The ministry commenced the implementation of the roadmap in October 2020 and continued to implement 8 major alluvial mining regions of the country. It has rolled out training programs for mining agents, minerals inspectors, and is collaborating with the National Identification Registry (NIR) to issue ASM ID cards to miners across the country. The efforts involves local authorities, law enforcement, communities, mining cooperatives, and individual miners, but although has been slow to roll out since 2013. Some publicly traded companies and as Hummingbird Resources and Avesoro Resources, formerly their Roots Mining, have invested heavily into explorations and feasibility assessment in the country. Bear Mountain Mining Company, a subsidiary of the Avesoro Resources, continue to develop Liberia's first and largest commercial gold mine and New Liberty gold mine. In Western Liberia, the Central Bank of Liberia reported a 49% increase in the production of gold and 12% decrease of diamond production in 2022. And right before me, I have the graph just to inform you how many iron ores, how many gold, how many diamond came out of Liberia and the worth of those. The reason we are bringing the analysis up on, because this is coming from the Central Bank of Liberia 2022 annual report, and sometimes you wonder why is Liberia like what it is, and this covered from 2020 to 2022. So as of 2025, what are we seeing? Because the report we're getting up to 2025 clearly shows that there are very huge amount of gold and diamonds leaving this soil, and the Liberian people are getting nothing and nothing but nothing. Nothing they are getting in return with what they hold as a country and the country has produced. And I will tell you how many dollars have left Liberia this year. But let's look at the statistic coming up from 2020. I will take you through 3 years. 2020, according to reports here, the total local production of gold, that's diamond. Let's start with diamond first. The total local production of diamonds in carat. In 2020, Liberia produced about 54,599 carats of gold of diamonds, and in 2021 upward 63,027 carat of diamond, and in 2022 it dropped to 55,391. And let's look at the monetary value of this. In 2020, the total export value in millions in US dollars was about 12.1 million in diamond that left Liberia, and in 2021 15.2 million. In 2022 22.5 million. This is according to the Central Bank of Liberia 2022 report. Let's go to gold. Total local product of gold in by ounce in 2020 it came up to 141,343 ounces of gold. In 2021 252,708 total of ounce of gold left Liberia, and we tell the export value 376,754 in 2022. Look at the total export value. 2020, Liberia, in terms of millions, 194.4 million of gold. In 2021, 340.3 million of gold left in export value. In 2022, 542.9 million. This is just to tell you, if we are talking about 2022, what's about now Liberia. This is coming from the Central Bank of Liberia 2022 annual report. And coming to iron ore production exports in metric tons and the constant price in millions. In 2020, the total local production of metric tons of iron ore is about 4,874,409 metric tons of iron ore left Liberia in 2020. In 2022, 5 million tons of iron ore left Liberia. In 2022, that same number, 5 million. So let's check how much left 2023, 2024, 2025. In total export value, in 2020, Liberia had about 289 million in terms of total export value. In 2021, 346.9 million worth of export value. In 2022, 285.7 million in million dollars total export value of iron ore left Liberia. Today is the 13th of March 2025 on today. And let me just bring you up reports as to how many report getting and the Liberian country with this issue of it being rich and having very poor citizens or workers. The amount of 14.93 kilograms, 14.93 kilograms, or 14,000. Let's look at this right. Comparing what left in 2022. 2022, in 2020, 4,874,409 left Liberia metric tons. 2021, 5 million. 2022, 5 million. Let's look at this year. This year, what we're hearing is that 14 million. I'm gonna get this right. 14,093 kilograms of gold. This is gold, not iron ore. 14,093. This is the right figure I'm seeing here. 14,003 kilograms of our gold that raised up to 603.8 million. This is 6.36 metric tons. This is gold. 103.8 million. Don't get it confused. This is gold. 14,093 kilograms of gold. And what was raised up in terms of million, 693.8 million. This is gold. Then, in terms of iron ore, 6.36 million metric tons of our iron ore left Liberia. And this, in terms of million, raised up to 477 million. And this is what happening. We're not talking about diamond, we're not talking about rubber, we're not talking about oil palm, we're talking about logging, nothing of that. And it was saying 693.8 million, that's pretty close, more than 80 or 90% of our budget, going in 880 million. And in terms of iron ore, 477 million, that's way more, half of our budget here. So in just gold and iron ore, it means we can get $1 billion. And not talking about rubber, not talking about iron ore, not talking about rubber besides, not talking about palm oil, not talking about timber, not talking about black sand, not talking about taxes people paid. So by now, we should be getting more than $1 billion. And it's a serious challenge on this government. If 2026, this Joseph Human Black government don't generate about $2 billion, we will be asking why. What is going on today in history on today, the 13th of March 2025 in history? In 1911, L. Ren Hornbrook, the founder of the Church of Scientology, was born into Tilden, into Nebraska, on today, the 13th of March, that is 1911. Today, in 1886, the American aerial photographer Albert Davis Stevens, who took the first photograph of the Earth, the curvature, that is 1930, and the first photograph of the moon shadow on the Earth during the solar eclipse in 1932. Today he was born into the Belfast Interment in history on today. Today, Tsar Alexander II of Russia was assassinated into St. Petersburg in 1881 in history today on the 13th of March. Shortly after the Sweden surrender of the Finland to Russia, the Swedish king Gustav Adolf was overthrown. That is, Gustav Adolf was also overthrown in 1809 in history on today. In 1741, the Holy Roman Emperor Joseph II, who at first was a co-ruler from 1765 to 1780 with his mother Maria Theresa, and then acted as a sole ruler of 1780 to 1790 of the Austrian, the Hambsburg Dominion. Today he was born in history on today, the 13th of March in history. Today, the Tennessee legislature passed a bill that banned the teaching of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution in the state public schools. In a highly publicized trial, high school teacher John T. Scholes was later convicted of breaking the law in history on today. The Anschluss political union between Austria and Germany was announced today, the 13th of March in 1938 in history on today. The Soviet Union, the cosmonaut Leonid Kazan and Vladimir Solova were sent aboard on the Soyuz spacecraft to reminisce on a rendezvous with the space station Mir, and became its first occupants in 1986 in history today. Today, in 1996, a gunman invaded a primary school in the small Scottish town of the Dunblem and shot dead 16 young children and their teacher before turning the gun to himself. The school shooting resulted in various changes into the British gun law today, and March 13 in 1996 in history today. Today, for your listening pleasure in history, the Encyclopedia Britannica in 2012 announced that it was ceasing the publication of its print version. The oldest and the longest continually published an English language general print encyclopedia happened today on the 13th of March in history. Jacques Mario Bergoglio, the Archbishop of the Buenos Aires, was elected Pope of the Roman Catholic Church. Taking the name Francis I, he succeeded Benedict, who had resigned in 2013 in history on the 13th of March. Today, Breonna Taylor, an African-American entertainer, was killed by a Louisville, Kentucky police officer as they burst into her apartment during a barge raid. Her death led to massive protests by the Black Lives Matter activists and others who call for police reform. Today in 2020, the Black Lives Matter. Today in 2021, March 13, the American boxer Marvin Hagler, a durable middleweight champion who was one of the greatest boxers of the 1970s and the 1980s, today died on the 13th of March in 2021 at the age of 96 in history. Today's in history is a regular feature on our programs for your listening pleasure. Susan B. Anthony, the American suffragist, was born today. She died today, to be precise, was born in February 1820 into Adam, Massachusetts. But she died today, the 13th, 1906, at the age of 86, into the Rochester, New York. An anniversary was up for her memory upon. Have you heard about the planet Uranus? Have you heard about Uranus? This discovery of Uranus? The English astronomer William Herschel observed today in 1781 the seventh planet from the sun, Uranus, first discovered by him as a curious, either a nebulous process for him and a star, or perhaps a comet, and a name for the father of the god Saturn. Today in March in 1781 in history. Today's history is a regular feature on today. We'll bring you all of these on this program for your listening pleasure. And don't forget, on tomorrow, 14, the re-election of Vladimir Putin, the intelligence officer and politician who became president of Russia in 1999 upon the resignation of Boris Yeltsin, who was overwhelmingly re-elected to a second term as president in 2004. He will be today until 1:30 on our programs. Remember, we'll have the lines open. You will be a part of the program on today. Let's be together. Liberia first, Liberia first, and Liberia last. My name is Nathaniel, and I'm here with Sakandu on this spectacular edition of the program. Let's have a pleasant and a spectacular edition of this program. Good afternoon.
But we need to get to the meat and substance of it.
And how do you see this? During the administration of President Weah, there was a series of accusations, there was a series of threats. One of those persons, the controversial lawmaker, District 9, District 10 lawmaker, normally used to post on threat even on Liberia, and there was no arrest made. And today,
you see the diversions of ruling. I mean, during George Weah's ruling, in fact, you were here when protests were being held, police was giving water and everything else. So again,
do you sense any politics been played in the
I don't see the politics, but the fact is we have a catastrophe. The House of Representatives, the seat of the first branch, the joint chamber is burnt, and so there must be an investigation.
What's your assessment on the burning of the joint chambers of the parliament.
So a lot of things can come into play. Mind you, when the people get weary and they think that justice is not being served, they will vote in many ways. Now, I'm not saying it's the people, I'm just saying, and that's why we have consistently said that the court must be as clear as possible. Let's dispense justice and let them live by it. Because if we don't, I mean, you yourself, your husband at home, he did not do what you expect him to do, and you feel disenfranchised, you take some actions. Now, I'm just saying, we just need to ensure that we investigate for what is the root cause of it.
How do you see the police action not inviting Mo Ali because there have been a session and people commenting?
So that's the
guys
politics of it.
How do you
That's
see?
the politics of it because Mo is not a politician. He works for Joseph Waka, so he's not called, and so we understand that. Because Foko is a politician and he's on the side of where the government does not support. It makes sense.
How do you term the president's statement at the Capitol building early this morning?
The president is not serious.
So you see the president is not serious, Honorable Simon?
Yes.
What do you mean? What do you mean that the president isn't serious?
Rule of law is totality. You can't be preaching rule of law in one end and you don't want to preach it in another. The president has got the guts in the face of the Supreme Court ruling to recognize people who are not legitimate. He does not have the moral character to discuss rule of law. So we who have got moral character to discuss rule of law.
Oh yeah, we look for it. Oh my God, we look for it. The whole country target. Oh my Lord. Sometimes I wonder for our Liberian musicians, and they are all scholars in their own rank and file. Yeah, I enjoy Liberian musicians. Yeah. He said, we look for it. Yeah. Oh my word. Today, and you listened earlier on to audio that was played, interview. And first it started secret until it became authenticated. Or its publishment was authorized. This president must be very careful. When I say things, people say to me, Nathaniel, why you are like this? I'm like this because of the country. And if we don't help this government, we will have all the government, because I use my time, my voice, my energy to help the CC government. But they all say, Nathaniel, you're just a loud mouth vocalist, you're just speaking out. And today, some of key members of the CDC can see me and say, you did extremely well. If our colleagues, if our friends in government were listening, they would have helped the president. Mr. President, I'm again today on this platform to remind you and help you. Let me say, before I go to this thing here, let me say this. I said it yesterday. The Supreme Court, some of you have been receiving barrage of quotes, and sometimes the motorbike guy that brought me after a police officer said, is this Nathaniel? And I was somewhat hesitant, was afraid, to be frank, in my spirit, but I never made it known to say, yeah, this is Nathaniel. And when he later on got to realize I'm the one, he said, carry Nathaniel to the radio station. Let me say thanks to Vanny Masale there at the continuous site. It's been removed from where it was. It's now on the other end where the Lone Star area? Yes. Where you have the pharmacy. When you enter the red light on the right end, yeah, there where they are now. Let me say Vanny Masale, and he's the commander of that place. Let me say Paul is a PSU officer, and also the deputy to him there, and other officer. And let me say thanks to the guys in red light. Let me say thanks to Archie Buibo, Archie, one officer there too, very much instrumental, making sure that red lights be cleared up and have a facelift. And when the tendency of Liberians, when they enter a place where things are loose, it's just to have loose things. Taxi driver park anywhere, can get park anywhere, motorbike park anywhere. Sometimes even the very commuters are having a hard time, and they are the very ones when police wanted to get involved in the investigative process, they poke into those matters. But let me say thanks to the team, Vani Masale, thank you, you and your team there. Yeah, you're doing well, but red light is a hell, to be frank with you. You know, do more. Let me say thanks to the police director, Officer Melvin Colette Torbert. Let me say thank you for you and your team, but you need to do more. They are aiding the police, because mind you, the PCC dressing the policemen, especially when police people this time, they got police aid leaving. Even some police officers, they dress very recklessly. Some of them got armed, they threaten people, all that. That's not my concern. It should be the concern of the Coleman. They dress, and when they commit an act, I'm talking PCC now, they dress their police. So when they commit, everybody see that policemen doing it. I want please, Melvin Tower, there will be a distinction of the, I'm not saying there is scene or there should be division. That's what I'm saying. Well, let be this, because it also help you, Melvin, the director of police or PNP in the city, it will help you. Because when people do something, we know who did it. But everybody, I know you're working hard, your team working hard, please make sure. And to the Liberia National Police and this Inspector General, I've been back on this campaign until I see sanity in the Liberia National Police. The recklessness and irresponsible behavior continue to persist in the police, and it's wrong. How can we have an institution poor with the authority? Those people in the service selling uniform, selling badges, selling seal, selling cap, selling t-shirt, selling this. Who authorized it? This is a security institution. And our emblem, our symbol should be preserved. This is serious. This is serious. And this thing, Greg. You won't tell me police are an IT specialist that they can set their own area where they print uniforms, t-shirts. You get somebody somewhere. Why if some hooligans? Let me borrow the president's word when he went to the Capitol building there, when it got burned. Hooligans, who be doers, will sit somewhere, print police t-shirts, print police caps, and use somebody in the service and sell these things to them. When you see policemen clean, that you made them clean, Inspector General Bekoma, you and I will not have a safe day on the matter. You don't buy government property, but they get cold. It's very useless. You not buy a car, but you have to code the car. So when the police get vehicle, police take private institution to code instead of going to GS to code. That's what we're hearing. And sometimes I'm so perplexed. But we must have sanity in the Liberia National Police. Inspector Gregory O'Coleman, you very much experienced. Because of such a wisdom, the president saw it and said, Greg, come over and take care of this. You did it before, you can say do it again. The police are working very hard. Police are risking their life to work very hard. The reason why we see police officers corrupt, because the system is not taking care of the police officers. Let's look at that first of this afternoon. What the hell you make policemen buy t-shirt and wear? Today when you see policemen with t-shirt on the street, they're looking clean. Is it the police getting clean? Is it that the national police giving the uniform? No! Why should that be? Policemen taking a uniform to tailor shop and says, you the tailor man, you don't have to sew police clothes. Sew it. I will buy the badge, I buy the seal, I put it on me. What's that? Greg, I take God to back you. I know you're able. Let's reach a time that if a policeman is wearing something, even a policeman having handcuff, it should be through the Liberia National Police that give it to him. If he has handcuff on his own, let him be arrested. They improvise is part of the service. Yes. Let me leave it because it's getting too much, man. Let me say the Liberia National Police, I hope they can listen to this. And Greg and I will have a very hard day when I will not see in my generation to see that police uniforms, police materials are given to them by the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. Who printed your t-shirt? You know them? Who printed police t-shirt? You go across, somebody just printed t-shirt. Policemen are clean. They printing the black, they printing the blue, they printing white, they printing yellow, they printing whatever color they want to print. If a printing press can print those issues, and what happened to me is that great emblems that should not be yet given to anybody to produce or replicate. It should be done through the regulatory authority. A policeman get handcuffed, policeman wear baton or whole baton, wear a PTU. It should be given to him by the Liberia National Police and its authority. Now he getting money to buy on his own and give it to himself to wear on the street. It's almost like you get a child, but you're not thinking of the child or you need it on the child leaving. Then when the child steal, he said, no, not me. When the child do good, he said, not me. You know, child, the mother and the father, it always like your soul, and like your soul. When you're good, I have your son. When you're bad, I have your son. Please wake up. The Supreme Court has halted temporarily the criminal case, this investigation by the Attorney National Marcus Shiwo, who is being accused of alleged attempting to murder a Liberian citizen. That case has gone already before the Supreme Court. Remember, a petition was filed by the lawyers, Councillor Jimmy Sabombo, seeking a writ of prohibition against the lawmakers. And the Justice Senator Clinton Johnson has scheduled this matter for the 19th, and I'm following this case to the fullest. Let's see good thing happen in this country. You say that a journalist can bring bad story. When you make your bad story there, and it's reported, you say that us, because we don't make stories. We are going to follow the story to the right story is brought up to the public. And that who all behind the story must come up. So on the 19th, this case will be heard by the Social Justice Senator Clinton Johnson, who has treated this matter with a stay order because a petition was filed by Councillor Jimmy Sabombo on this matter. And the thing is, I don't want to jump start the whole thing. The horse inviting the man, the horse that court, because the case in criminal court see. Then the horse say, yeah, if I the man, yeah. So it means that the horse they got oversight and nothing now. They going to be cases now. Okay, we got one case, somebody still bullying in real life. Go let it carry to the horse now. Let it invite the person who stole the thing. That's just an example I'm giving, man. But we shouldn't be this. You know, let's go to my main matter I want to talk about. If this president is not careful, if President Joseph Juma Boaka is not careful, they will rip his government apart, and he will be an old man who said, I want to bring leadership to this country that will be left with nothing of leadership but a failed persons. You know, when we say this, somebody will call me and say, Nathaniel, don't call this about name, but I'm saying it is true. Let's not hide this thing. It is time that we leave very early and tell this president to open his eyes. Even though you're saying, I'm Chinese eyeball, you can see, but that's how you're looking. But let open your eye. That those who are around him see the budget that the Lisbon, Julius Seeley, See the budget that the man produced. And you are listening earlier on when the superintendent of Lofa County, imagine you, they sent people to the county, they spent a dime, they slept, they didn't go do take bath, eat, they left, but they came to Monrovia and make a budget. They went to 6 counties. But then the money that they said that they use, hey my people, you folks so lie, you folks so steal. Because even that money, when the money that you spend, you already have your pay. That's why I say President Booker need to open up, because he will just be going there and be seeing things, people be inflicting numbers, figures that the government will pay and we can get anything. If Asila meter, iron ore, not the Asila meter one, iron ore for the matter of fact, is giving us, we give about 6.3 million metric tons of iron ore. That is about 477 million. If we are giving 14,093 kilograms of gold, that gave us 693.8 million, is that more, almost more than half our budget that we're making? By this time we should get more than $1 billion in our budget. But because these people inflate figures, and I know the president is interested in traveling in this, listen to what Julius Silly, and I don't know why there are always serious questions on the people who they put at least. The last government, they been out there with list. He had gold all over him, on his neck, on his foot, on his fingers, all over. Because he was in money. Now, they are alleging that they spent just on media, because we don't want to get lied on. They spent $37.5 thousand national dollars. These people want to know, like they're wearing funny coat. They able to go to media institution and spend that kind of money in 6 counties. They able to go to a radio station like QFM. $3 for 1 hour. They able to pay. They come here, they drag it on the floor begging. How much they pay? $150, $125, $100. Then the man said they spend on accommodation and TSA $84,000. Then the district local consultation, they spend $160,000. Car rental, they spend $133,000. I will buy, you know, that their business, because they always want $45,000 car, and the car they can back and not carry them in the road park. They park them and rent cars. A bundle of deceptive people in this country, and they want nobody to talk about it. Listen to this. You know, this thing is so frustrating. Let me tell you this. And this Julius City man, I ain't small boy. Listen. I want you to listen to it from the beginning, because I want you to understand the entire process here with this thing here when it happened. This was one of the county commissioner at the core for Lofa County. It goes to Lofa County. So it means that the president will be concerned about this. It will be good that the president will be within a county, and one of the commissioner there will say, "Not true." I want you to listen to this. This is very much outrageous and deceptive on our people. What? I don't know. Jesus Christ. Listen to this man.
So we leaked some classified documents to the public. If you read the document that we leaked, the Director General of the entity is, his name is Julius Silly. He said,
if not the president.
What he said by eminences will be given to anyone who might fall default.
The laws are
assuming if Representative Foco comes and he wants to be detained, or he was going to be detained by the
police. Will not be detained. There are rules and laws that govern how we operate. You cannot say because he says something it means that he is guilty. From time to time, you want to invite him, we bring him. You will not be team.
The police RG said in his words, and I'm being exact on his words, that invite was issued the lawmaker, which he denied, something that the RG termed as issuance of arrest for him. This is not an invite. The IG said he turned down the invitation of the police, so an arrest was issued for him. Now, these are two strong words. When an invite is denied, there's an arrest issued. So that arrest issued could be termed.
And listen to him. What he said, I agree. Anything I say, I tell you somebody of it. Listen to him.
Responsibility of whatever I will say on this interview, because I will say nothing else but the truth. Okay, thank you, Commissioner Mawolo. So the voice you just listened to is the Commissioner of Vonjema. Vonjema is one of the largest cities in Lofa County, and Lofa County is in northern Liberia. So we have the commissioner on. We are going to ask him a few questions, because according to Mr. Sally of this, he gave them money, thousands of dollars. According to him, he spent more than $500 million just to pour 6 counties, and Lofa County was one of those 6 counties. So Commissioner David Mawolo, can you briefly introduce yourself? Just 1 minute before we begin the conversation. My name is David Mawolo. I am the Commissioner for Vonjema District. I speak to you currently from the district headquarters. Vonjema District is the headquarters for Lofa. I speak to you from the headquarters of Vonjema District, which is Vizela. Right now, I'm speaking to you from our office in Vizela. Okay, thank you very much for the brief introduction. So, according to the 675,000 report done by Gates under the leadership of Mr. Julius City, he said he spent over 160,000 on community consultation. Did you receive any money, or did any commissioner in Lofa, because I guess the commissionership in Lofa County is a network of all of you guys, correct? Yes, correct. So did you guys receive any money for this, or any delegation for this that visited your area? If there was any money spent on this to any commissioner consultation, is not to my knowledge. But in my district, there was no money spent to me, to any other person that is to my knowledge for consultation. Okay. So when the team visited your area, Vonjema to be specific, according to them, they spent let me get the total they spent for lodging. So they talk about I want to be more specific about lodging. They talk about where's the area for lodging money. Okay, for example, they talk about media. Media, I guess you have a radio station there also, right? They said they spent 37,500 on media. Did they pay any radio station in your area for media? Well, that's what I'm saying is not my knowledge. If they pay to somebody to run a radio station for media.
And this is the commissioner that is saying and answering the questions. According to the knowledge, you don't know any money that was spent. And if you look at the issue of the media, like I was saying to you, they said they spent 37.5 thousand on media. And people can spend 37,000 on media, or that one media incident in one room they went to. Because we are going to ask radio station that they appear on, whether it was Kintoma, whether it was Radio Live, whatever AYR is also, whatever Tamatico, they went to Foya. Where they went to, who they say they went to? How did they spend this money? Oh my God, listen to him.
So JDP Care House, nobody pay me on time. In fact, the proprietor of JDP, who is Councilor Anthony J. Emmanuel Perry, I have to call him because we did not have the money. I called him and I told him you are solo.
Okay, so I just wanted to explain when they came, because according to the budget, they spent over 84,000 just for lodging. So the question is, when they came, how many days did you lodge them for? How many days did you lodge them for? And did you lodge them free of charge, or did they pay you for lodging?
They didn't pay for lodging and lodging free of charge. They spent the first 2 nights, they went to Kool and they came back and lodged them for another 2 nights. It's 2 nights. And the JDP gave us. The proprietor of JDP is J. Emmanuel Perry.
You see, we'll go back to that. You see how these guys are spoiling this Joseph Yimabura government. Then when we talk about these things, other people who feel that they got blood in their vein for political institution, they frown at us. I don't care about that. They blood in you, God put it there when you're a Liberian, you're a child born as Liberian, now it's a political party. The time you are born, you never even knew that Joseph Yimabura will be political party, Senate Bearer will be president today. You never knew. But today, you say, I'm a United Partisan, but I'm a die-hard by blood. So anything that comes about him, you get angry. When you were born, did they tell you, say you were United Partisan or President Joseph Yimabura will be your president? Is what they said to you? Your Maya part. Look at, they said they spent 84,000 accommodation at DSA. If you see this, these people on list, Julius City people, they all spend 14,000 in one county, and you hear what the commissioner is saying. They slept free, they took bath free, they ate free for 2 days, they left, they went home, they came back, they slept another 2 days, they went their they left the county. Then they got on it, printing of paid documents, legal fees. Both cities they spend 97,000. My people, policemen walking on the street and making less than 150. Because when they take out the tax, everything is going up now, so it's less than 150. Because recently you heard that there was some addition on some of them, and some of them said they received. Let's just take it 150. People are working for 30 days, 28 days, 26 days, and making $150 United Dollars. People setting a tour in Muscle country, they spend 11,200. President Brogan, this Julius City man is not even fit to be in a position, because the report he's presenting to you is all lie. They said they spent 21,200 just for negotiation of office space. Who can go home? The office space is spent. How much you spend there? Let's do the math. Let's do the math here. Let's do the math. That they were spent negotiation of office space 21,400. Let's do the. Get to the math. You there? They probably spend 3,500 for office space in one county. They said about district local consultation they spent 160,000. Hey, my people, Jesus Christ, why are our people like this? So it means that our suffering in this country, it is not real, it is artificial. It is man-made suffering. Don't you tell you this? Does it all about our country? War in Ukraine, war in Israel, go to Gaza, go to Syria, go to this country, go, even they will tell you, say, they fighting war under the sea. You're going to come in for that. Because they will use every means to steal. President Boakai, now is the time to look at. There are folks around you that are not sincere. To see the Republican on list, and I don't know why every time they place a person on the list, that person will just be like a dassical, corrupt, they hold no integrity, just want to rob the people of this country. And this is just what happening. Almost like what the former lawmaker said, that the lawmaker put money in the budget, they go for it. So they make, because they know money there, they make an elaborate budget, it fits. They go, they sleep on poor porches. They go, they sleep in cars. But they come and make long budget and they spend money in the county. See the deception. The superintendent took care of you people. The superintendent gave you accommodation. Then you can't put in the budget, you spend money for accommodation. Imagine that. And this is a process where the county bring to them projects that they need, that are necessary for the county. Remember during the arrest launch there, where the Minister of Finance announced billions of dollars in 5 years. All these counties are to bring, you're going to put the spend money, the kind of money you spend you. So I don't want to see when one carry project in the county, how much you spent. Because 67,500, if they even carry project in 2 to the counties. You see? These counties are to come to them and they go there and say, these are the projects we need. These are first-hand projects we see we want. Because the government interest is these things to be decentralized. That they take development to the people. So ladies have a very huge responsibility. So they work in consultation in implementing these things. Just to go to the people to ask them, Bon County, this way I want. You say need school. We got no high school in the popular region yet. How much you think will be for the school? We will spend 2 days here. The people will feed them. They will not give money to them. When they come back Morovia, they say they spend money on the people. You know, they said the breeze that can disgrace the chicken can always come from the back. And these are people that the president needs to very much take key decisions on. They are not interested in development of his government. There are united partisans who said they fought, but they came to pay back. They came at this time to pay back, to get what was lost. They're not going to serve. Why the woman is there saying we want to serve, they say no, we want to reap. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh Jesus Christ. Police officers, the cleaners, those in the hospital, the people family, people feces. What you got sickness? They're cleaning. More, and how much you can take home? How much? They put him on the street, directing traffic. He's hungry. When even more money into the money, just say, just slavery what? Imagine one more you take 150. What you gonna do? You just give it away, say, I take it 20 hours for them transportation. And you know fully well I told I even carry for a whole month of transportation. But you just want to take something. Even the money you gave her, the 130, it can't even solve the problem. She's looking up to you again. But people in the higher up in government just sit down and make budget of money, spend foolish money. Because they are the only ones that can eat. And worst of all, there's 675,000 the late Julius City and teams they spend, they still taking pay. Jesus. Listen to them.
Project, there are other projects. So please let us have them so they can vote for our project. None of them can tell you the thing that came. Say the payment or down for consultation, not for lodging. You can ask Jay, Emmanuel Perry, who is the proprietor. You can ask the manager of KB Jazz, if they not pay me or that, neither for consultation, nor for lodging. Yeah, so I.
You see that? The students are saying they never pay him a dime. They never pay him a dime. So how then you are making a budget of more than $500,000? How? And Mr. President, I don't know where you are right now. You need to look in this matter here. This budget that is sent to you to be verified. It needs to be verified on a very serious note. Because we don't have money to waste. We don't have money to spill on the ground. Why would you go in the county? This money, 675,000. There are money that can carry project in more than 3 counties currently. But right now, it's a waste. This is about spent. Just a tour of Muscle County, they spend 11,200. Consultation, 45,600. Consultant engineers. Negotiation office space, 21,200. Media, 37,500. And I don't know why they always lie on the media. I don't know why. Or they can lie because they can take certain media institution for good, beautiful, flashy stories. Accommodation, DSA, 84,000. District local consultation, 160,000. Car rental, 133,000. They put your fees in like LFMB. Mr. President, look in this matter. And if for any reason, I'm not saying he is, so listen to me. If for any reason that the list boss and his team they lie, Mr. President, sack him. Saying to LCC that we investigated. Sack him. You can't lie to all of this. You can't lie to all of this. You can't do this to us. You can't. You can't. You just going to visit the people to ask them what the project they need or what they want. You spend almost 700,000 when our civil servants are here crying. Mr. President, look in this matter here. Let a man be sent to the LCC. If he lie, you must pay him on a serious note. You can lie to him broad daylight when projects, concessions, issues that should have been handled by you state, they taking it from our mouth, they taking it by force. We're looking for where to get money from. I don't. Let's be so. The Brempo will judge this thing. Let's take a few part of music. When I come back, we'll take you to development from outside Liberia, and we'll come back. And the Liberia National Police, Kool Inspector General. The Liberia don't want to see you just dressed fine, you clean, white shirt, everything. We want to see all officers across this country very neat and clean. If they are not officers, let them be removed from the service. I don't know where you take the police A from. I know you take it from Palo Sulu. Police A, where you live from? They go to the ERU people, when ERU uniform, they try where they go, then they come to prison away. Why reason? And to be frank, they are very well deserved and decent officers. Imagine, you will send officers in red light, they won't pay. Then Julia Silly then taking money from government, some kind of way, and all that. Let's take this break here. We'll look for it. We'll look for it.
As something else by the Liberian National Police, that's why we are very specific about whether he's going to be detained by the Liberian National Police.
without missing my words, we are across those as a country. What we need to do is to find a solution to where we are going. Foko, whether he was invited or not, because we heard that he was invited, we chose to come ahead to give him an escort. The police will do their work. The police will make a decision. But this matter is going to be discussed more exhaustively. So again, I don't want to play with the words of invite and events. Foko is going to be brought.
What if the police insists that it should be the team?
And we are now seeing.
No, so if you know me, you know someone know me well. I come from New York, we don't hire ourselves.
What if the police insists?
I am saying to you that whether this police or not, let the rule of law take its.
What if the police insists that he should be the team following his statement?
You think, or do you expect the police to?
Go Jay says county put money in budget and say that the money is spent. And the money is spent and where is it? He can't travel, he can't go to the places there. He will just give the money to them. Oh, poor. But President, please look at these matters. If people really laugh, Senator LCC, let's see what's happening. If we let them go, let's begin to make some peace fun for them. Because it is not when they don't take from the studio send there. Let me say good afternoon. Thanks for joining me on today. A new budget battle looms into South Africa as about the Ukraine ceasefire proposal. They worry what's going to happen next. They don't know what's going to go on. They don't know about that. We say thanks for Africa on this issue here. In Africa, South Africa in an uncharted water as budget split coalition government. The finance minister's decision to push ahead with tax hikes put him at odds with the coalition partners upon. And a man called Bombshell fire up Zimbabwe concession battle. That is succession battle. Zimbabwe leader filed a backlash for key allies over efforts to extend his time into office upon. And Motsepe is re-elected unopposed as CAF president. South Africa, Patrice Motsepe is re-elected unopposed as president of the Confederation of African Football, with Cameroon legend Samuel Eto'o voted as the CAF Executive Committee here. And today, South Sudan denies Uganda's troops have deployed to this capital. Uganda's military chief, as Elliot said, soldiers have gone to Juba to assist the president. And Somalia forces end a deadly 24-hour hotel siege. An explosive landing vehicle blew up before gunmen entered into the hotel, according to eyewitnesses upon. And thousands celebrated chief who will only rule for 8 years. Well-wishers crossed the border from Kenya and flocked from Addis Ababa to witness the spectacle. And also outside Liberia today is Donald Trump mulling a mineral deal with conflict hit DR Congo. This is one of the biggest questions on the African continent, endowed with and look at their outlook process. And also Lace Bus have said pretty close to 700,000 be used just to tour 6 counties. Let's talk to you. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good afternoon. Let's talk to my first caller here. Yeah, where are you live? I don't know when you're ready to go to call me. I can't know. And then you go, you're on a phone. I think I gotta raise money to buy a phone for you here, because every time you go call me, just in the bathroom or you're so gonna, I don't know. Can I buy? Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Go to the point. Okay. Good afternoon. Okay, go ahead. You're welcome.
The frustration and devastating here is a say from me. We can arrest allegation against him. No, what kind of country is this? Some of we spend our life, our resources, our time today.
There are people who say they are unity partisans. There are people who say they are unity party, they in the government, but they are there with very devilish and evil motives. They don't love the president. They don't love the people alive. Thank you. Let me talk to others. Good afternoon. Go straight to the point. Okay. Good afternoon. You're welcome. Go ahead. And you know that tomorrow, man, get one more when the president said asset declaration. Tomorrow, make it one more. Good afternoon, my brother. Go ahead. Well, good afternoon. Go ahead. And he wants to speak to me again. Good afternoon. Go ahead, you live. When you can't stand the heat, you will move in the kitchen. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we are asking the president to please conduct an investigation. Yeah, you're welcome, ma'am. I want to do it. Yeah. Man, oh God. Jeff, you say they're all lazy men. I gonna be. He lazy, eh? They can get money. They go to back and say get more money. $5,000. Oh my. And they say we don't want to get a problem. We'll talk and nothing can happen. We'll be behind it. That way. Okay, man. Thank you for your contribution. Because they quit to lie on journalists in this country. Journalists, they quit to lie on us. They quit. Let me talk to Prince Kolake. Prince, good afternoon. $133,000 is spent on car rental. The poor people stupid in this country, y'all. And Prince, the Kool that we went to Lofa, because Lofa might be the farthest county that will go and lie. Then we saw the commissioner that was speaking. They spent 11,200 on Maserado. Yeah. Okay, Prince, where are we going? And to be frank with you, if there's money here, they are just going to local county or other counties. They say the government so more can here, but they have 100 bags of cement here for them to start building something. They put them happy. You just want to ask the people, you just want to ask. What I say I want to hear, what the first person I want to tell them to mark it down. They will come to inform the government about the project they will start with first from this place. 6 counties. So if they imagine to do the 6, they took almost 700,000. So when you go into places like Sando, Maryland, we will spend more than 2 million. You want to say after by a fast or rich? Let me talk to this caller here. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I'm telling you, I fully want to water. The spring is so not going to do much. But I want to hear the German say that the president don't take serious before I follow the time.
If President Baka now be careful, we will keep President Baka from the country. If President Baka not careful, we will kick him out of the country. He will never believe that the country he lives in. Because when you have all these kind of people here to come and call, we have more people for our reason. We tired. Okay, sir. Thank you. Why don't you come and do this to us? Go ahead. Yeah, the talk good then later somewhere. The one I heard me say he spent how much on media, on media. How many get journalists here? He spent 37,500. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you. I'll take my final caller and I'll be leaving you today. The last people say they spent 37,500 on media. So even when you say you spend 5,000 to each of the country, how much they can get journalists? This will tell me say they go in local country, Radio Live. I want to get Radio Live. I want to get AWR. Tamatico. I want to get Tamatico. How much they will give Kintoman radio station? Or in Montreal, how much they will give radio station? That's why they spend 37,000. Divide 37,500 by 6 countries. How much each country will get? What kind of lie is that? I want to hear TV. Your milk come stretch our vein will talk here. Every day saying, you're talking and you happy, and you want to prove it to us. We will prove it to you. President Brother, their list should not go free. Their budget should be investigated. And even a dime is on increase. They rely on just $10. Dismiss Julius Seeley. Dismiss him. Let him know that, like, brother, not in the country, you can't lie again. Or you might inflate price. Just to travel in Maserado County. See, you spend 11,200 to travel in Maserado. So, in 130,000, why we buy a car? We're going to buy a car, go rent a car for 130,000? I'm tired, man. I gotta go. Let me take like 7 years to the final call here. Good afternoon. My final call, I'll give you 30 seconds.
Yeah, thank you, Gina.
I said, give you 30 seconds, I go, yo. I'm not looking for a concern, man. I told you concern already, you want to see your concern? I'm not talking about concern. I'm already raising the concern. Then you want to bring different concern again. No, don't do that to me. Don't do that. If he's not able to heat in the kitchen, check it outside. And I want people to put their thoughts together. That's what the program for. It's not about too many calls. But even if you are opportune to give a comment, that's why you are giving long time to understand the conversation. We are in a very serious problem. And if President Bwaka want to remember, as the Nelson Mandela of this country, as a common Nkrumah, he want to remember, as a patriot in Lumumba, he must put us down. This country deserves better. We're going to have any Tom, Dick, and Harry come and lie to us, steal money. We already have millions of dollars leaving our soil. I gotta go. Thanks to all of you. It's been so wonderful. I'm here with Sai Kandu, and I'm your humble servant. Come Nathaniel, the ambassador.
No, this is an invite, and so the investigation is going to be continuous.
Well, President, we are definitely come to this headquarters because we learned that he is in country as well.
So ask President Weah that question. I'm not President